The shore? More like the shore, why not? So, welcome to another Average Joe Let's Play. Today I was actually going to be playing a completely different game, but the cheapskate that I am was going to buy the game on sale and missed that sale completely. So now I'm going to wait for the next Steam sale to play that one, and I'm going to play this, which I found in my library instead. Apparently I bought this game at some point. Looks like some sort of Lovecraftian thing. Might be cool. Honestly, I'm clueless. I'm as clueless as anyone else here. In fact, I'm sure you probably know better than I do what the hell this game is, but it might be neat. It might be. Let's find out, eh? Let's find out. We don't need any more preamble than that. Yeah, I think we're good to just press the old start button here, frankly.
Ellie. My dear Ellie. I have to find her.
Oh, that's a sensitive camera. What the hell? I'm gonna turn that down. Immediately I need to adjust these settings, my god. Camera speed. Let's put that down to like here, shall we? Yeah. That's a little bit better. It's still very, like, there's like floatiness to it as well, so it kind of goes further than you expect it to. Yeah, enough about the technical issues. Gotta find Ellie. Looks like we were in some sort of shipwreck, some sort of crash. I assume Ellie isn't that seagull. Well, that will be over pretty quickly. What is this?
A shred of hope. Oh, what a man needs to keep moving before he loses his sanity and his will. Walking along the shore reminded me of the walks I used to have with my wife.
Is Ellie the granddaughter, do you think? He looks kind of white of beard to be the father in this case. I certainly hope that wasn't his wife. Ye olde England was a terrifying place, I'm not going to lie. Am I going the right way here? I assume I couldn't, like, go beyond the seagull. Also, there was definitely, like, a message in a bottle over there that I feel like I maybe should have attempted to interact with. That seemed somehow relevant, right? What do I... Rotating it is not super clear cut, honestly. Oh, there we go, I just press E again.
With John about how many actual days have passed since we ended up here. It seems that all of our hopes are drifting away, like these bottles should do. They always return to the island as if something is leading them back here. If you are reading this, we need your help.
Little nitpick here, little bit of a suggestion to game developers. I saw this quite a lot. I think Dredge did this as well. I don't want to point the finger at Dredge specifically because I might be completely wrong, but I have played another game recently that did this. They have stuff that's meant to be handwritten and it's clearly just a font, and it's like it completely breaks immersion, you know? Just have someone handwrite it on the texture and apply that, like, rather than print a font on here that's supposed to be, like, it feels weird. Nitpicking though, nitpicking. Arguing with John about how many actual days have passed since I wasn't listening. How many actual days have passed since I ended up here? Seems like, well, okay, so someone's caught either on this island or on a island somewhere. There's a bold seagull. I know they can be, don't get me wrong. I've had fucking sausage rolls nicked out of my hand from a seagull in the past. And if there's one thing you should know about a northern British man, such as myself, it's that we don't take kindly to anyone who nicks our Greg sausage rolls, you know? There's like an institution for us. It's our culture. And yeah, it's made a bit of an enemy of the seagull population for me, honestly. They are just the worst birds, honestly. My old dog, he was quite large, right? He was half corgi, half Akita, so he had like the corgi proportions, but he was bigger than that. And I think like the seagulls just assumed he was smaller. Like the perspective of him was different because they tried to like. There was one time when I was walking him in a coastal town, and a group of seagulls came down and tried to like grab him, which was unhinged because this dog weighed like 25 kilos. Like there was no way a bird was taking off with him, but they did their fucking best. They're just horrible creatures, though. Like obviously, if that had been a much smaller dog, that could have been in real trouble.
Who was lost in a stranded sea. He never came back. Now I know where he lies. What misfortunes could have drove him here?
I mean, this guy clearly died at sea and was washed ashore. This isn't John or John's friend. I can tell you that much. I'm getting big Dear Esther vibes from this so far. Just walking along a beach. Especially like the random candles that are lit and stuff. That's like... has the same energy. I don't know if this is a complete walking simulator or if it becomes more of like a survival horror-y thing as we go on. I honestly don't know what to expect from this game, so... Exciting times, though. Exciting times. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll put that on. Thank you very much. What is this? Okay. Some sort of demonic figurine. Some sort of idol of worship. I'm sure nothing spooky is going to happen in this game. Don't you worry about it. Never has there been... I know the lighthouse is obviously where I'm meant to be going, but I'm distracted. Never has there been a game with a lighthouse and shipwrecks and shit that has not been spooky. Oh, this wasted no time. Maybe I should have gone to the lighthouse first. What the fuck is this? It's the orb. The orb is upon us. What the fuck? Yeah, I saw that. I witnessed that, don't worry about it.
Your fault, Dad. Mom is now dead, and soon never come.
Oh, stop it. It's got my daughter's voice.
Okay, so it is his daughter. The orb is using her voice. That's cool. Let's go check out the lighthouse, shall we? Let's go do that. I don't know if I should expect something spooky to be over here. Probably not. Too early in the game to actually come face to face with the horrors yet. It was just a passing glimpse. I'm sure everything's fine.
Sink our feet in the sand for the last time. She asked me to tell her one of my stories about the wild sea. I could hear each of her breaths being shorter and shorter. And by the time I finished my story, pneumonia took her life.
That's his wife, I assume we're talking about here. That's sad. Most unfortunate. There's a lot more exploration to be done around here. It's a lot more open. I expected more of a sort of linear start to all this. Can't get past this thing though. I feel like I maybe can do at some point, but I need to get my Metroidvania power to clear out the roadblock. Locked. Another one over here as well. Spooky. The tentacle statues of progress gating. Nothing could be more terrifying than that. Not even whatever this is. Alright, let's go inside. That's us. There was a picture of us. I like this. Huge shark jaw. Some teeth are missing there. Those are some good chalk drawings. The Cthulhu face on the right and the like fishman on the left. Very detailed for something someone has clearly just scribbled on a chalkboard. Who is that man? We all saw the same dream. It whispers 2 seals are missing. You are dead. You lived the same shit over and over again. We are their zoo. The lighthouse cot is the... Get out of my head. Worship. Do not enter the sea. It belongs to them. Ancient civilization. 2 idols are missing from the statues. I sacrifice. We lost track of the time. No escape. The void is coming for us all. It needs 3 idols, but what for? The lighthouse is a cursed place. A huge pillar in the sea. They speak of a figure that is roaming the shores. Don't kill the fucking seagull? It's bad luck to kill the seagull. I won't kill the seagull, don't worry. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm going to hurt it. I'm a bigger man than that. The forms of the sculpture are unknown to me. Is that like the things that were blocking the path? Can't actually tell. Don't know what I'm hearing right now, but it's like staticky. Fucking sound design is on point, I've got to say that. Oh, I took that one. Notes. Notes and shit. No eyelids, a short blue tongue, shark eyes. I have never seen such creatures before. Something is wrong here, like the god have forsaken this place and its creations. The fish-like people are no humans at all. They are hostile. They seem to be very aggressive. There is no trace of civilized behaviour on them. Yet they seem to understand our movements, as they have seen humans before. The fish-like deformities on them are present. They have tried several times to ambush us. The only solution for us is to stay near the lighthouse. I will study more of these abominations of the deep. They were saying downstairs that the lighthouse was like cursed or something. But now they're like talking about it like a sanctuary. I need to talk to them, but in return they have hissed and growled and made all kinds of weird noises, no trace of language. This artifact we found, this statue, it looks ancient. Our captain says we should take it back with us and that it could make us rich. David, on the other hand, believes that a foul stench of evil dwells within it, or utter rubbish. From the moment we wrecked here, he hasn't stopped talking about bad luck and otherworldly omens. I heard them talking to himself about throwing it back to the sea. I'm almost certain he's mad. He's obsessed with these disgusting leeches we found. He can't stop talking about how these worms have at least 9 stomachs and more than 30 brains and at least 18 testicles. Sorry, testicles is a funny word. He says that quality matters rather than quantity. We shouldn't stop making jokes about it last night. After some time he took it personally, thinking we were mocking him. He moved to the 3rd floor of the lighthouse to continue his little experiments. Okay. Can't wait to see what's upstairs then. Abnormal body shape, no symmetrical shape that could define a logical form, asymmetrical mouths all over its body, quarrelling and injured and seemingly forgotten. It's been 27 days since we were here and came across something that our minds still cannot comprehend. How could such a thing exist? How does God justify this act? How can he allow such monsters to roam upon his creation? My mind is terrorized 1,000,000 times as I try to visualize this beast. My hand is shaking as I draw each line. It's a plague of the mind. I decided to give it a name, the monster with 1,000 mouths. It may seem strange, but I heard a voice, or more like a whisper in my ears that shivers down my spine. I feel like I just heard a whisper as well. I don't know if that was triggered by me reading that or not. Alright. Let's move on up. That's where he was doing his experiments, or... I don't know if it's ground floor, 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, or 1st floor, 3rd floor, 3rd floor, 3rd floor, right? Ooh. This dagger looks too old but it looks like someone has already wiped clean every part of it. The shapes and sculptures are quite eerie. I can't take it with me. I could do with something to defend myself, you know? Strange, this coin is warm. Like someone's been holding it recently, perhaps. Like there's someone still here, perhaps. Hello. That looks functional. Yes, there was a spooky man there, don't get me wrong, but... Functional boat, that seems like a good thing to find right now. Oh, broken glass. What did I just do? Oh, I turned the lights on. So there's the boat. There's the thing rising from the sea that they were talking about. That's suspicious, although it looks like there might be another one over there as well. Lots of shipwrecks. Obviously not the best lighthouse in the world. Another coin? Looks old and reminds me of the occult my father was a member of. Ah, the plot thickens. Sometimes it's better just to not see your body when you look down in a video game, honestly. Not when they're gonna do this. Sometimes it's better to just be a floating camera and that's fine, you know?
Those uneducated fools. They won't let me write for them. They're all fishermen with dirty, scuffed clothes and smell horrible. Their beards reek of alcohol and spit comes out when they talk. I'd rather stay another 4 hours at this point and take care of the problematic mechanisms of this handcrafted construct. I do not regret this journey. It's certainly made life more interesting since then. Not to mention the view from up here. All of the hatred, misery, and sadness of mankind fade away into the line where the sea and the sky collide. He is not wrong there. It's a hell of a view.
I mean, if you're into big water, then sure. The island isn't all that pretty, to be fair, though. Can we see the orb from here? Where was the orb? Was it not that way? I came in from over... Oh, is it over there? Is that where the orb is? That direction? I actually don't know anymore. Confused. My brain is too small and too simple for these things. Chess! There's a piece missing. Okay, it's like a puzzle to solve later. It's a bishop, a white bishop. Okay. They're very eldritch, these pieces, aren't they? Okay, maybe that's the thing they were talking about rising from the sea. Not currently there, but...
I swear I saw something towards the horizon. Behind the mist. It wasn't a whale, or a great white shark. Its many legs stretched 100 feet, submerging its body into the sea. It crawled as if it was infected by 1,000 parasites. From its tentacle mouth, it spit out black, disgusting and disfigured blob-like figures. The moment they fell into the sea, they swam away faster than a dolphin. As the mist kept rising, I could barely see the creature. That wasn't a good sign. I should start placing those talismans I found at the bottom of the lighthouse around the pathways we made.
Okay. Oh, hello. Welcome. That was quicker than expected. I did expect to see this thing sooner or later, but... Not immediately like that. I don't see the blob-like figures. It just popped up and went down again. There's still the odd tentacle. There's the odd tentacle doing its thing. Should I be like fleeing or something right now? It doesn't seem to be just an ordinary statue. Every part of it is very detailed. My guess the artist behind this painting was startled by it. Yeah, that thing's still out there. I mean, it's just hanging out. It's not affecting my life in any way. Hello. It's just doing its thing. There must have been someone here recently though, right? Because like, even if it doesn't rain, we're right at the sea's edge, and there is canvas and paper just out in the open here that hasn't like deteriorated in any way. This is all recent, which means someone is either still on the island or has very, very recently died on the island. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Seems to be about all the lighthouse has to offer right now, though. It seemed like there was a group of them here at one point, though, based on the letters. Let's go exploring. So presumably we've still, these blockades are still there. Yeah, they haven't gone now that we've done stuff. Almost forgot about the sprint button for a second there. Yeah, they're still there. So we're kind of limited in the directions we can walk, which is good, because I hate having choices. Please give me more linear games, I beg of you. Over there was where the... yeah, over there was where the orb was. There was another path off in this direction. I think I'm going to explore that first. Alright, orb, I'm not having anything to do with you right now. Got places to be. Kind of thought this might join up with that other path. But no, that connects over there. That's mighty interesting, isn't it? Far more interesting than the... okay, there is a floating rock here. The true Eldritch horror. Poorly done level design. Nothing is darker and more nefarious than that, I don't think. Alright, okay. That's sus, as the kids say. This metallic sphere is marked with a figure of an octopus head. Cool. Just put that back in the ground, I guess. I guess it's not really a reason to carry it around with me. Never know what might be important, though, in a game like this, right? That could be the key to opening up the secret labyrinth or something. So what's up with you guys? Why are your... there's like... ethereal parts to these statues. And a wormy brain coin in each of their bowls. They've all got one, right? Nope, he's eaten his. His is gone. Maybe we need to bring him a new one. Do I have a... I do have an inventory. Did I pick up one of those coins? I don't think I did I? I was just like, oh, this one's warm, that's weird. And then I put it back down again. Didn't know if maybe that's what I needed to put in here, but... Statue has a malevolent aura. I know taking this with me was a grave mistake. Nevertheless, I believe this artifact is connected to the mysterious island. I've never seen anything similar, and I do not understand what it represents. To me, this is just an abstract piece of art. There was a page with some insight about the object, but after explaining how it was retrieved, the author went on a rather morbid tangent. There's definitely something to do with this, though. We need to bring this guy a coin, I think. He's eaten his coin and he needs a new one. Or maybe this is like marking something, like every time we come back here, another coin will have gone, another statue will have eaten their coin, and once they've all gone, something bad happens. I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's a great deal we can do here now, though. So let's go explore that other direction. I hope the puzzles aren't too complex in this one. My brain is quite small. I played through Cryptmaster this year, and that's all the thinking I want to have to do. I guess Animal Well had some puzzles as well, so that's 2 games with puzzles in it, you know. Can't give me a third. I just won't be able to handle that. Okay. Again, this sound design, man. Visually, it's obviously a little bit dated at this point. I don't know when this game came out. As I say, I know nothing about it, to be honest, but the audio is doing its work. It really is. This is some spooky shit. I'm still at the beginning of the game as well. It's only going to get worse from here. Okay. Don't think I like that. Fish. 'Tis a fishman. Fine, I'll take a look. Excuse me, lighting. Could you not?
Ellie!
There goes the wife, I guess. Or was that the daughter? Yeah? Expected something to happen when I looked away and looked back, but... Alright, nothing here then, I guess. Just a spooky set piece with a spooky person in a spooky cave. Did have quite a collection of rib cages. Just rib cages specifically. Don't know what happened to the other parts. Probably best not knowing, honestly. Uh-oh.
You proceed into the pit. There's something I would like to show you.
What is that voice? Get out of my head.
Andrew, I have a name. Proceed into here? How do I do that? There's no steps down. Also, an awful lot of dead bodies down there. I'm not entirely sure I want to be the next one of those. Which I may well be if I proceed into the pit, because I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to proceed out of the pit again afterwards. But okay, I'll do as I'm told. I'm a good boy. Interesting. Cannot see through the archway. Shall we?
This monolith is the key of the silent. Break it free.
Not sure that's a good idea. It doesn't move, okay. I'm not sure we should be breaking anything free right now, to be honest. I'm also not sure we should be going out to sea when we've just seen that tentacle monstrosity. Where are we? Can't see the lighthouse anymore. Are we like at the other end of the island? Is this? I don't think this is the pillar I first saw. I think this is the one I saw across the other side of the island. I think there's 2, one on either end. That one moves. Guess I'm just doing the bidding of the big scary voice in my head. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? It's 2 spinners. Shall we make it 3? Sorry, I'm just nitpicking the visuals here. I'll stop staring at the weird bits. It is cool visually. I think it was a mistake to make everything out of this sort of kind of shitty textured black rock everywhere. I think it just makes it look a bit... I mean, you can be spooky without being drab, you know what I mean? Okay, we're all spinning now. Did we go back to the first one? The one that wouldn't move before? I've done something. Just not sure what yet. Oh, my path home's gone away.
To see the world through the eyes of a god, like a dream and a flash of light. Beware the existence of mind, and grasp time in your conscious mind.
I mean, he seems like a friendly little guy. He's not doing anything to harm me. Shall we? Shall we go get up close and personal? I'm just intrigued. Like, I don't know if I can die in this game. I don't know what the stakes are, you know, from a gameplay perspective. What's your deal, bud? You look like a big stone obelisk, but you're actually a living creature of some sort. You're just leaving, are you? Oh well, have a good day. I'm glad we can come to this arrangement where I free you from your prison and you don't murder me immediately. Maybe that is the key to this. Maybe if I'm just like... If I keep helping out the Eldritch Horrors, then they'll be on my side, and they won't like, destroy my brain or whatever. Or maybe they will destroy my brain, but they'll do it nicely, you know? I'll live a comfortable brain-destroyed existence. Back to the pit, back to the pit. How do I get out of the pit? We didn't establish this. Can I, like, climb up here? There's no jump button. But yeah, I can just sort of walk up there, I guess. What was the benefit? How did this help me? Do these mean something? Are they just random doodles? Like a fish, a tentacle, and a wolf, a ladybird, and then a really detailed, like, fishman. A man of the fish. I don't know if there's some sort of language I should be translating as well. Seen some cool runes kicking about. Oh no, that was the one we woke up. I can see it moving. But for why and for what purpose? Because I feel like we've now explored everywhere we can explore unless these blockages are gone. That one certainly hasn't. He is on his way somewhere though. Maybe it's a waiting game now. Maybe we've got to see where he ends up. See what his deal is. And I feel like we're meant to be heading to that boat, but I don't really know how to get to it. So I've just been sort of ambling about and, you know, doing the bidding of a omnipresent, horrifying astral deity instead. The orb is still just the orb. The orb's not done anything. There's definitely nothing else in this direction, right? This sort of we ran the course of this sort of area as we came up in the initial stroll over. Oh, actually, what's down here by these candles? Is this anything? Obviously did not run the course as well as I thought I did.
I have offered my right arm and spoke the correct words in his absence. Only pain accompanies me towards my demise. I was forced to leave the lighthouse. There's something wrong in all of us. Only the slumbering God can save us now. What God is he talking about?
Nah, he can't be. There's nothing weird or spooky going on this island. Don't worry about it. Don't be concerned. What's that? Weirdly high resolution textured bit of like rotting fish or something. I'm starting to suspect this seagull's got more to the plot than we think it does. Sort of an albatross from the Rime of the Ancient Mariner sort of figure, you know. Oh, he's gone away, hasn't he? He's made some progress while we've been fucking about. I don't know if I should be like heading back up to the top of the lighthouse to see what he does. To witness it. Is he heading towards where the tentacles were? Is there going to be some sort of like sea battle? Obelisk Mon versus Tentacle Mon. Can't run in here. Probably not safe to run on these rickety old steps, to be fair, I understand. He's heading to that location, isn't he? He's making his way there. You watching too, friend? I think something cool's about to happen. Oh, there's the tentacle. He is still thrashing about over there. I don't know what... Like, is the obelisk like a protector of the island and we've like summoned it to scare the tentacles away? Or are they gonna like fuse into a new deity or something? I like how it's very clearly swimming. You wouldn't expect it to be particularly buoyant, would you? But it's there's no way it's like walking along the seabed when it's out that far. The two shall meet. Any second now. Wait for it. This is where it just walks straight past, isn't it? Anything? I feel like it's closer to me than the tentacles are. Yeah, it's sort of just gone past. Well, that was disappointing. Thought we were going to see some sort of kaiju battle out here, but instead they're just They just sort of nodded to each other. You know. Good morning, Tentacle Beast. Hope the kids are well. Gotta be off to work though. Got obelisk-y things to do. Maybe I'll catch you down the pub tonight. Alright, well that was anticlimactic. What should we do now? Definitely another obelisk on the other side of the island. Maybe it isn't, actually. I mean, it obviously is some sort of obelisk, but maybe it's not the same as this one. Hard to tell from here, honestly. Well, obviously there's something I've missed. It's not a case of waiting for something to happen like I thought. There is something to explore that I have yet to explore. This was where the maggoty, leechy experiments were happening. I see. Is this still warm? Yeah, it is. Probably not going to stop being warm, honestly. We got the dagger, we got the coin. There's an axe, but that doesn't seem relevant to anything. Nothing else we missed around here. Weird, ominous, red glowing book with eyeballs on it. That seems like maybe something of note, but apparently the character doesn't think so. It's weird I've been able to take some of these statues, but not others. Or one of these statues in particular. Oh, I didn't read this. From the moment I touched... This was the note that the artifact was talking about, that I just didn't read. From the moment I touched that artifact... From the moment I touched that artifact was stunned by the darkness within it. Should there not be another word in there? A million visions of a horrific figure claimed my mind. 1,000 whispers from the past and from the... I've just spotted something. And from the future terrorized the core of my soul. I fell to the ground as a glimpse of him told... Cthulhu relay... Cthulhu... Yeah, okay. Alright. Can I have this? Can I take this with me? I can. Cool. I wonder what... God, I missed this as well. That's probably for the basement, isn't it? I was clearly not very thorough with my original investigation. It's a good thing I came back. There's a little green pot plant. That's the sort of colour we want to see. There's a bit more vibrancy to the proceedings. Let's see if we can get this open. Okay. I hate how jarring the lighting changes are in this game. That's something I'm... More so than any of the sort of texture issues or anything I have with it.
How did they manage to let him die in here? What made them forsake their civiled ways?
So they locked a guy up down beneath the lighthouse. He had this with him. That seems important. That's one of the disc things we used to wake the obelisk. Maybe we need that for another one later. That's a pretty cool figurine. Lots of tentacles. Big fan of that. Oh, he had food. He had a couple of slices of bread and a bottle of wine and a very big spoon. He was fine. I had to hide. I had to. I ran. I climbed the rocks and tried to hide. That's when I fell into a pit full of dead bodies. Their flesh looked rotten but petrified, as if their souls sucked dry out of them. The horrors in their faces touched the very void of my soul, expressions as something horrific happened to them. That's when the rest of the crew caught me. They stripped me naked and they locked me down here. They accused me that I was the one that brought the bad luck onto them by placing those talismans for them and blocking the pathways. All I wanted to do was keep them safe despite their uncivilized behaviours. Yeah, so this guy thinks that bringing the talismans to that circle of statues was keeping people safe. A little bit hesitant to go in here. There's a handprint on the wall. What the fuck? It's just the game being buggy. But several handprints on the wall, in fact. I wonder what those mean. Doesn't look like anything else matters down here, though. There's nothing we can actually do, I don't think. But yeah, we're going to take that talisman to the... I've been crouching this whole time. We're going to take the talisman to the circle of friends. I think they'll appreciate it. They seem like the sort to appreciate a good talisman, you know. It wasn't that way, was it? It was past the orb. Obviously at some point the orb is going to be a lot more relevant than it has been, but currently it's just an orb. An orb that whispers to me with the voice of my child, you know, normal stuff. Normal regular things that happen. And it's going to like birth an evil clone of my dead daughter or something. Because she's definitely dead, right? There's no way. There's no way. Hello, friend. I brought you a worm talisman. So that all your friends can... You're welcome. Whoa, what the... That wasn't necessary. I was doing you a favour, my dude. Why'd you summon that at me? I do wonder if I was still right, though. Like, this one is getting closer, as is this one. They're getting closer to their food bowls. Do wonder if I'll come back here and another one will have gone and I'll have to replace theirs as well. It's going to be like a recurring thing. I don't really know what the point of that was, aside from getting me slapped by a big tentacle, which was honestly kind of comedic. That was kind of funny more than anything. Keep expecting to see someone up at the top of that lighthouse, you know. Keep expecting to see movement up there. But what now? What's next on the agenda, do you think? It did something, I'm just not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what has been triggered by that. How's the orb doing? Still orbing? Can't clip into the orb now. There's nothing around the back of the orb that I just completely missed, is there? I can climb up on these rocks a little bit, but this game is awash with invisible walls, though. It sort of sets a precedent that you can climb on things like this, but then just stops you after a little ways. Don't know now then. I feel like we got some stuff from the basement that may be relevant to something. Open up the old inventory. We got this. I recovered this from the grasp of a corpse locked up under the lighthouse. That cadaver was such a dreadful sight, I can't take it out of my head. He was dried up resembling a statue, and he had the most horrifying expression. It sent shivers down my spine. In the darkness of that cellar he must have seen something so horrid. His hearth gave out from the shock. Could have done with a proofread, these texts, honestly. Whoever locked him down there did a truly despicable act. And where's this thing? Very strange figurine. Yeah, it is, you're right. None of them really had anything to contribute though. Trying to think if we've seen anything we could use that token. Oh, actually, I think we have seen something we can use that token on. Do you think it's going to open one of these if we put it in the slot? Because if so, I've got a choice to make because there's two. I think the other one is kind of more appealing to me. I don't know why. It just speaks to me, you know. Nothing happened. Oh, fucking cool. Alright. Alright, let's take it to the other one. I don't know if maybe we need both. We need two. Put them in both at once. Or if it's just we have to do this one first. Nope, we have to do this one first. Fair enough.
As
Alrighty.
a young boy, I remember my father talking about this island. He described it in a way that would scare the listener. He spoke of black butterflies, corpse candles, and broken compasses.
Felt like that story was going somewhere. Do you want to elaborate a bit more? You want to keep going with that one? No? Egg. Breakfast.
Day 5. There was a man aboard named Alan who went missing after we shipwrecked. One night, we found him walking alone across the beach. As we approached him, to our surprise, we saw that he had this fixed expression on his face, as if he had seen something horrifying. His hands and arms were paralyzed in a position like if he was protecting himself from something. We tried to ask him questions, but he didn't reply. Now he's sitting by the shore, singing songs to the rocks about reflections in the sea. I wonder what he's
That voice actor in particular is so much quieter. I did turn the voice volume up earlier in order to try and hear what the fuck he was saying, but good luck to you guys, by the way, because you're going to have this even quieter so that you can hear my glorious voice over the top of the game volume, so honestly, best of luck understanding what the fuck that guy's going on about. Anyway, I've been playing this for longer than I thought I had, so we should probably wrap up here. I don't know how to save, or if I can save, or if it's checkpoint based or what, but we'll pick up from somewhere around here next time. I'll see you for that.